Hi, good evening. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Renata, Wojciech, Jacob, Karina, Justina, Kasha, Magda, Julia, Roxana, and we have 50 people. Yes. Okay, we've got 50 people today in the webinar upon checking. Let's just wait for the others as they are trying to enter, as I can see. Yes, hi, good evening. There are new people. This is really interesting. So, my name is Marianne and I am from the Philippines. I hope you know my country. Okay, that is in Asia. Now, I am here in Tutlo for quite a few years now. I can see many new people today in the webinar. Today, we're going to talk about using informal phrases. I hope that you will like my presentation as I'm going to share with you some informal phrases and interesting facts about it, right? So just stay tuned, and then later on, of course, I need your help in some of our exercise today. Yeah. Okay, so maybe we should start so we can finish on time. Yes, Anya. Hey, Dorota. Mm-hmm. Evelina, and so on and so forth. There's really like a lot of you. Now 54 people. Okay, let's start. Now I want to tell you, okay, informal conversations. Look at here. Dinner's ready. Coming. Oh, 1 second. You see? There is no real complete sentence in informal conversation. Yeah, this is an example. So, however, let me tell you, usually we know that in formal language, when it comes to writing, it is always formal. Yeah, writing a newspaper, a blog, in a magazine, in a column, or an essay, a report, or an article, whatever it is. Yeah, we know that when it comes to writing, it must be formal language all the time. And when it comes to speaking, well, that's the time that we can actually use informal language. Ups, however, let me tell you, writing can be informal too. What? Yes, it's true. Writing can be informal. Postcards, some emails, okay, or text messages, and spoken language can be formal as well. When you're giving a lecture, when you're giving a speech, yeah, you got me? So, in that way, it can also be the other way around. Okay. Now, I want to tell you that most uses of English are neutral. That is, they are neither formal nor informal. And today we're going to talk about the rules, okay? Rules you can break when it comes to informal conversation. Yeah, it depends on the preferences of the people around you, of course. Which rules can you break? Now, let me tell you, of course, once you know enough grammar rules, you can start to break them. I mean, of course, there is a time and place, right time and right place for everything. What I mean is, in other words, sometimes it is better to use all the rules as much as possible to follow systematically and strictly the grammar rules. If you're in a formal setting, like you're at work, you're speaking to someone you don't know well, probably it's better to speak correct English. Yeah. On the other hand, if you're with some friends or people like your age in a informal location, like some kind of restaurants or party, it's okay to break some rules. Just remember, we're talking about informal English. Okay. So the question is, okay, Marian, so which rules can we break? It depends on the preferences of the people around you. That is my answer. A preference is when you like one choice more than another. So listen to how others around you speak, and you'll begin to hear what rules they skip and what rules they follow. No matter where you are, some English grammars are almost never followed correctly, okay, in informal English speech, I can say. Even when you are in America, even when you are in Great Britain, in London, in Ireland, oh, there is still always like informal English, okay? So, uh, even though we're talking about this, even though I said that it's everywhere, that there is informal conversations that you might hear, I want to inform you, I want to tell you, and I want to be clear that pretty much everyone relaxes their language in informal settings. Not all native speakers break the grammar rules. Okay? Right? I just want to be sure with that. Now let's move on. So the first rule that I want to share with you, okay, that is really important. Do not end a sentence with a preposition. Yes, many people argue about it, that ending a sentence with a preposition is wrong only if the preposition is redundant. Like, for example, where are you at? Or we can just say, where are you? Yeah, you don't really need to say, where are you at? Yeah, that's redundant. So as you can see here in the sentence that we have, with whom should I study math? That is formal way of saying it. But normally, you know, maybe you are familiar in some conversations, we say, who should I study math with? Yeah, right? Informal conversation. Again, this is something that we normally hear, but of course, there's a rule that we should not end a sentence with a preposition. Once again, if you are with some friends or some people your age and you are in informal setup like restaurants or party, you can actually break some of these rules. Next rule, okay? A sentence must express a complete thought. Remember the conversation earlier, dinner's ready, coming, yeah, 1 second, you see? So it doesn't really express a complete thought. For example, a sentence must have a subject and a verb, yeah? So in informal speech, however, informal conversation, people often speak in sentence fragments. When I say sentence fragments, it means something like sentences that are missing something. They don't express a complete thought. Like you can see, I would never do something like that. Like, I would never. Yes. Okay. Next rule that we can break somehow, form complete questions. In informal conversation, people often form simplified questions. Yeah. Like, for example, did you really say that to Mark? Instead of like asking that, we say, you really said that to Mark? There is no question word. Yeah. You notice? But then somehow in some situation, it can be okay. All right. Next. Never use two negative words in the same sentence. Of course, to express a negative thought, we normally negate one word. Yes. As you can see here, that won't do you any good. That is supposed to say it like that. But in informal conversation, we are actually using two negative words in one sentence. That won't do you no good. Won't and no is actually negative. So it's like two negative in one sentence. So you see, the first three rules that I shared with you are common among native speakers and in most English speaking countries. Now, this example that I have here right now never do double negation. Yeah, it is only broken in certain dialects, I guess, like in African American English countries, I believe so, Southern American English, as I work with them and I noticed that most of them are like using it. Yeah. Okay. And of course, aside from that, part of our informal conversation, informal phrases are what we call contractions. Yeah. Contraction. Let me give you an example. I have never seen him before. I've never seen him before. You see, there is a, like a contraction. We are combining, yes, right? It's a combination of I have, and then this one, I do not know the answer. I don't know the answer. Contractions can also be part of informal phrases, especially in writing. So examples of contraction are like this: did not, didn't, does not, doesn't, will not, won't, and we also have cannot, can't, could not have, couldn't have, he had or he would. It is a contraction of he'd. Actually, they're the same in contraction. Okay, you just need to understand the sentence, whether it is he had or he would. Someone has or someone is or has also the same contraction as someone with apostrophe s. Okay, other contractions are also like this: gonna, o'clock, off the clock. All right, all, ain't. Ain't means I'm not, is not, are not, or has not, have not, or did not. Okay, that is the meaning of ain't. Y'all, and y'all would have. Yes, y'all would have. Also, part of I want to tell you that part of informal phrases are what we call ellipsis. Ellipsis, let me show you so you would understand ellipsis. Ellipsis is something like this. Okay, I have a bike. Okay, I have a bike and he a car. So you see, this is ellipsis. Like there are some words in the sentence that we are not actually saying, speaking. Yeah, I have a bike and he has a car. Supposedly it should be like that, but there are times that we're not saying it. We are like making it shortcut. These are sentence fragments. I had pizza, not soup. Wherein we can say, I had pizza, I did not have soup. Who ordered pizza? I did. Yeah, but we should say it in a complete sentence as much as possible. I did order pizza. Yeah, I'll get something to drink, but I'm not sure what I'll get to drink. You see, ellipsis, sentence fragments. Yeah, okay. I ordered 2 drinks and Bill 1. Okay, and Bill ordered 1. So that is what we call ellipsis. There are also other informal phrases in English. Maybe when you are reading a lot of books or watching a lot of films or series, you are familiar with this next slide I'm going to share with you. Informal phrases can be, for example, my new car rocks, rules. Yeah, you see, we are using a kind of metaphor in this case. We are using a different word to say that your car is so cool. Yeah, people were freaking out. What's up? What's up? Instead of saying, how are you doing today? Yeah, you know what I mean? Awesome. Whatever. I'm gonna stay in tonight and just chill. And just chill instead of saying relax and have a good time. Yes, those are informal phrases. Also, this is informal phrase. When someone say, I feel you. Oh, same here. Okay. My bad. You bet. No worries. No, no, it's no biggie. Chill, lame, sweet. Yeah. This is informal because these are expressions in a way that it doesn't express a complete, I mean, it expresses a complete thought somehow. It's just that, of course, it doesn't follow um, a correct sorry formation of sentence which has should which should has which should have a verb and a subject. Yeah, right. So those are the informal phrases I want to share with you. Now I'm going to present here some sentences. You tell me if it is formal or informal. Okay, remember the rules. Don't end a sentence with a preposition, double negation. Um, what else is the rule? We've got 4 rules over there. You need to form a complete question. You need to have like the question words. And a sentence must express a complete thought. Okay, those are the 4 rules. Now, what if I say, she didn't dance with nobody? Is it formal or informal? Come on, it's okay. You can do it. Oops, ZB, Magda. Yes, Beta, Christina, Patricia, Julia. We have a lot of people, 57 now. So can you tell me whether the sentence is formal or informal? Thank you, Patricia. Yes, Beata. Correct. This is informal, definitely. It is double negation. You have the word didn't, right? And then nobody. Definitely 2 negative words. Yes. Correct. Thank you, Roxana, Anya. Next. Switched off the light and went to bed. Is this formal or informal? Switched off the light and went to bed. What do you think? Okay, thank you, Beata. Yes, Patricia. Yes, Jacob. I know this is a bit confusing, but we need to actually really check the sentence whether it has a subject and a verb. Yeah. So as you can see, this is informal. It doesn't have any subject. Okay. All right. Informal. Thank you. Next. Coming tomorrow. Yes. Thank you, Magda. Yes, Anya, Kasha, Dorota. It's okay. Jacob. Coming tomorrow. Definitely. This is easy. Okay. Thank you, Jacob. That's right. Yes, Roxana, very good, Kasha. Dorota, Julia, Beata, Patricia, Magda, good. Yes. Okay, next. Who were you talking to? Formal or informal? Yeah. Who were you talking to? Formal or informal? Okay, yes, Patricia, Jacob. Thank you, Beata. It is informal. Remember, don't end a sentence with a preposition. Okay, right. So, all right, very good. This is informal. Next, one more time. To whom, sorry, do I owe the pleasure? To whom do I owe the pleasure? Formal, informal. Okay, very good. Thank you, Kasha. Yes, this is formal. Yes, Beata, Patricia, correct. Definitely formal. Yeah, like William Shakespeare, isn't it? When using formal. Okay, next. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? What do you think? In this case, yeah. To whom do I owe the pleasure? Right? Okay. So to whom do I owe the pleasure is like kind of incomplete, actually. Incomplete thought. Pleasure of what? So with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? What do you think in this case? Yes. Anya. Right. Okay. Again, to make it clear, the previous slide is actually informal. Yeah, it is incomplete. Hey, Norbert. Yes, that's right. Okay, very good. This is formal. Yes, good. Mm-hmm. Right. How about the others? You see the difference? Like you were talking like Shakespeare. You remember Romeo and Juliet? Okay. What if the question is like this? Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to? Is it formal or informal? Anyone? What do you think? Who am I speaking to? Yep, thank you, Magda. Definitely Beata, Jacob, Kasha, Roxana, definitely informal. Okay, he wondered where she had come from. He wondered where she had come from. Formal or informal? Remember, there are just 4 rules that you need to remember. Not ending the sentence with a preposition, with complete thought, all right, a subject and a verb, and then a complete sentence with a question word, and the double negation. Okay, so he wondered where she had come from is actually informal. Thank you, Beata. It's okay, Dorota. Yes, Anya, because this is with a preposition from. Okay, good. Now, we're going to have another practice. This is to rephrase some sentences. There can be many different answers, let me tell you. So let's see. This is like what you're going to do. The little girl has no one with whom to play. So that is a formal sentence. Now you're going to make it informal. The little girl has no one to play with. Okay? Now let's try. Do you know where she comes? Do you know from where she comes? Do you know from where she comes? Yeah. Try to rephrase the following. If it is formal, change it to informal. If it is formal, if it is informal, change to formal, and vice versa. Do you know from where she comes? Mm-hmm. There can be many possible answers there. Yes, Beata, correct. Yes, exactly, Kasha. That is right. Do you know where she comes from? Yes. Or yes, thank you, Julia. It can be like that without the question word do, right? Correct. You know where she comes from? Like that. Next, one more time. We didn't see anything. Mm-hmm. We didn't see anything. How are you going to rephrase that? This is formal. You just need to change it to informal. You have one negative there. So, what do you think? We didn't see anything. So, what do you think? We didn't see. Okay, thank you, Patricia. I'm looking for some kind of double negation. Exactly. Thank you, Kasha. We didn't see nothing is informal because that is double negation. Very good. Correct. Next, one more time. Are you ready to go? Yes, thank you, Roxana. Are you ready to go? Exactly, Beata. We can just simply say, ready? With a question mark, isn't it? Ready? Okay, yes, thank you. Yes, Patricia, Beata, Julia, correct. You ready? Correct. See, when it comes to being informal, we are more better than when it comes to being informal, we are better than being formal. I wouldn't dare upset her. Okay, what about here? I wouldn't dare upset her. Yes, Dorota, that's right. Yeah. I wouldn't dare upset her. So what do you think? Make it short. Make it informal. So what do you think? Yeah? It's okay. Upon checking, we have 57 people right now. You can do it. It's okay. Wojciech, Evelina, yes, Magda. Mm-hmm. ZB, Kazik, Renata. I wouldn't dare. Okay, thank you, Beta. Yes, Patricia, it should be I wouldn't dare. Well, it can be I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Yeah, right. Very good. Next, I would never eat someone's food without asking. Yes, Jacob, it can be like that. However, that can also be with a complete thought because it has a subject and a verb. I would never eat someone's food without asking. So try to change it in informal. I would never. Yes, exactly, Belina. Correct. That's quite fast, right? I would never. Yeah. Yes, exactly. With exclamation point. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Beta Magda. Correct. Last one for today. I'm not talking to anybody until I finish this project. What do you think? Yes, Julia, it can also be. Mhm. So I'm not talking to anybody until I finish this project. Try to do the double negation. Yes, Patricia. Yes. Try the double negation. I'm not talking to. What do you think? I'm not talking. Okay, exactly, Kasha. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking to nobody. Yeah, that is definitely make it more informal in this case. Yes, Julia, it can be. Thank you. Yes, Jacob. Now that's the end of my practice today, but I wanted to show you these American slangs. When we say dope, lit, swag, cool, sick, go banana, kicks, creep, creeper, okay, booze, pissed off. Okay, those are some American slangs. And there are a lot of American slangs actually, like he dumped me, for example, like to crash, weird. Oh, I screwed up. That is also American slang. Maybe epic fail, probably you have already heard that as well. And let me tell you, because this is really important, since we're talking about informal phrases, I want to tell you before I close the webinar, before talking, please connect the tongue to the brain. All right. Very nice. I hope that you find the webinar useful today. And of course, happy evening and happy Friday evening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And I hope to see you again soon. Of course, that's next week here on Webinar Jam. And all schedules are up there. So thank you so much to you all. I hope you had a great time. So enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you again next week. Thank you so much. Okay, goodbye now. Yes.